Welcome, welcome, and welcome. And I would especially like to welcome you to Authenticating Your Marriage. Now, before we get started with this message, I want to take the time out to define what authentic means. Now, the word authentic means genuine, real, not copied or false. It comes from the words autos, which means self, plus the word hentes, which means doer or being. So in essence, the word authentic means to be yourself. Now, the unfortunate thing is when it comes to marriage and relationships, a large number of people aren't doing or being themselves. And truthfully, many don't know how to do or be themselves because they don't know who they are. And just as many who aren't being true to who they are for fear of some sort of consequence or ostracism. And therein you have the breeding ground for secrecy, the lack of transparency, and the root to significant problems in a relationship. And this is what the marriage tree is all about. We want to attack those problems that may happen or do happen in relationships, so that we can help men, women, and couples discover their own truth for a better marriage and relationship. And my name is Atiya, by the way. And so today I really want to get into very briefly on authenticating your marriage. Now, I want to say this, and I hope you hear me loud and clear. Marriage is not designed to be oppressive or suppressive. Yet in many cases, it is, as a result of one, not being honest about what you want or need at the onset of your relationship, and two, naturally changing over time and not communicating those changes and the new set of needs and wants to your partner. Marriage is about interdependence, mutuality, and reciprocity. I want to repeat that. Marriage is about interdependence, mutuality, and reciprocity. To effectively share this experience, couples must be completely authentic and truthful, not just in word, but also in deed. Now, ideally, you would start out your relationship in this way. But if it was not, then perhaps you and your mate may want to start anew, or in some cases, create a new beginning. Now, of course, this is easier said than done because relationships that have gone on for months or even years that have been clouded in the veil of secrecy or less than honest communications risk dissolving. Yet then again, my question is, what does it profit in the long term to stay in a relationship that is built on a lie? In this case, you may want to uproot it by placing everything on the table. If both of you desire to give it a go, then hey, establish it on a solid foundation, one where there is complete openness, honesty, and authenticity. See, the truth is, truth in the beginning of a relationship eliminates suppression and the fear of oppression. Likewise, truth is the pathway to authentic relationships. So the question becomes, how do couples who have been married authenticate their relationship? Well, the first thing is to have for real conversations. I'm going to say that again. The first thing is to have for real conversations. Being able to have authentic, straightforward, and open communications and conversations with your mate is not an option. It's a necessity. When two people can get to the point where they are very comfortable with one another, to be completely honest with how they feel about whatever the subject matter of discussion is, then they are well on their way to a truthful union. Now, sometimes church and temple goers can be so religious and heavenly bound that they appear to be of no earthly good. It is very important to be sober-minded and truthful with your feelings. It is important to get in touch with your emotions, and the only way to do that is to have for real conversations with yourself and your mate. The second thing is to establish safe emotional space. Now, creating shared space that is emotionally safe, where both parties can freely and safely share, deal with, and get in touch with their emotions is crucial. It is one thing to say have for real conversations, but in order to do that, it must be an environment absent of judgment, condemnation, and oppression. You might not like what your mate has to say, and it might be difficult to hear your spouse's true and real feelings, but the key is talking through the difficult situations or feelings so that the two of you can overcome them together. Sometimes just talking about how you are feeling helps to confront the matter or feelings head on. Talking about things openly and honestly can ward off things before they actually happen. It's like a preventative measure as well. And in marriage, trust me, all sorts of things pop up. And for those of you who are married, you understand that. And even those who are in long-lasting or exclusive relationships understand how things pop up. Now, my encouragement to you is to confront those things truthfully and honestly, then work together to move past them and allow yourself to emotionally heal and become empowered. Because establishing safe emotional space helps to remove walls between the two of you. The third thing is to make friends with your mate. For some reason, there are a number of couples out there that have this competition thing going on in their relationship. It is almost as if they believe that they have to be at odds or on the opposite side of one another. People can be themselves with friends, and they are usually there for each other. Friends are loyal to one another and can talk about anything. So I'm encouraging you to join the movement of my spouse is my best friend and experience a rise in your relationship tone scale. And what that means is to become friends with your mate so that you can experience a better atmosphere in your relationship, and where you're in an environment or an atmosphere where you can actually be yourself and knowing that your friend is going to be there. In this case, your mate, that they're going to be there regardless. The fourth thing is to have fun and laugh often. Now, everyone has a sense of humor. I don't buy into this thing, well, this person doesn't have a sense of humor. Everyone has a sense of humor. And everyone, I will assert, desires to have fun. However, what makes one laugh or what is characterized as fun or funny might be vastly different for the next. Yet the truth remains, laughter is good for the soul and the relationship. So remember to do it often. And the it depends on you and your mate. Avoid making one another the brunt of the laughter or joke repeatedly, because this can be very hurtful. The concept of laughing with and not at is very important. Small light banter may be fun to cheer one another up, but make it a habit to be on the same team when it comes to poking fun. Also, it helps to learn your mate's humor barometer. Know what constitutes funny to them and know what is fun to them. That's important. Now, there are many ways to authenticate your relationship. Yet it starts with being yourself truthfully and being okay with who you are. So whether you are married or not, I do recommend reading my book entitled Purposeful Dating, and it will definitely help you to establish a more authentic relationship. So I would like to thank you for taking this time to listen to this brief message, Authenticating Your Marriage, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day.